Good morning, students. This is Manjula S, Assistant Professor, Government College for Women, Kolar. So today I am going to discuss about a question paper problem of May 2017 of how to solve the ratios for making the balance sheet. To prepare a balance sheet through resolving the ratios. So this is May 2017 Management Accounting question paper. Also, we have already solved the 6 marks question and now we are moving to solve the 14 marks question in which we have the information about the ratios through which we have to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, so this is the information given below. Using the following data, complete the balance sheet below. Gross profit 20% on sales rupees 1,20,000. Shareholders equity capital rupees 1 lakh. Credit sales to total sales 80%. Total asset turnover ratio, that is the ratio is to be sales divided by total asset, that is 3 times. Inventory turnover ratio to cost of sales, that is 8 times. Average collection period, that is 360 days in a year. So here you can take days or months, but in the problem itself they have specified that to take 360 days, that is 18 days. Creditors to current assets ratio is 60%. Now long-term debt to total equity capital, that is 40%. So here with the given information of the ratios we have to prepare the balance sheet. So balance sheet format is been given in this. So balance sheet, here the shareholder capital, fixed assets, shareholder capital, long-term debt, sundry debtors at the left hand side, that is liabilities. So in the asset side, fixed assets, sundry debtors, inventory and cash at the asset side. So this is the format and only this much of items has to be specified in the balance sheet. Okay, so this is what about the question. Next we should move on to the solution. Okay, in the solution, so first I have calculated with the given information GP ratio, that is gross profit ratio. So you know the formula for gross profit ratio, that is GP divided by sales into 100. So the ratio has been given 20%. So 20 divided by 100 is equal to 1,20,000 divided by sales. Okay, so here just you have to make a cross multiplication. Now you can divide it 100 and 20. So 20 ones are 20, 5 you can divide and you can make a cross multiplication. That is that if you do the cross multiplication, see one sales is equal to 1,20,000 into 5. So here sales is equal to 6 lakhs. So we have found out the sales of 6 lakhs. So next part is, next thing what we have to find out is credit sales to total sales. So credit sales to total sales is 80%. So out of total sales, what is the percentage of credit sales? That is 80%. So already we have found out with the 6 lakh of sales. So through that we can, through 80% you can find out the credit sales. So the credit sales is equal to 6 lakh into 80%, that is 4,80,000. Okay, now see the next concept, next ratio is total asset turnover ratio. So total asset turnover ratio, in the problem itself they have given sales divided by total assets. So sales divided by total assets, here only two information we have, that is total turnover ratio is 3 times and sales is 6 lakhs. We don't know about the total assets, so just make a cross multiplication. So 3 total assets is equal to 6 lakhs. So now total assets is equal to 6 lakh divided by 3, that is 2 lakh. 2 lakh is the total assets. In the balance sheet the total asset should be 2 lakh, that is 2 lakh. 2 lakh should be liability side and the asset side. Okay, so this is what the hint they have given. Next ratio is stock turnover ratio. So stock turnover ratio is equal to cost of goods sold divided by average stock. This is what the formula. So now cost of goods sold is, we don't have directly, it has not been given in the problem, so we can calculate with the sales minus GP divided by closing stock. Why I have taken here closing stock? Because in the problem they did not specify about opening and closing stock. If at all it is given in the problem, at least one stock closing, either opening, we can find out another. So both also it is not given in the problem. So whatever we found out itself is average stock or itself is closing stock. So better instead of taking average stock, we can take as closing stock, because closing stock will be helpful for us to include in the balance sheet. Okay, so closing stock, that is sales minus GP divided by closing stock. So here I have specified like a note that if no information is giving about average stock, then stock is treated as closing stock, whatever the stock. So now interpret with the formula. So stock turnover ratio is equal to cost of goods sold is 4,80,000 divided by average stock or closing stock. So cost of goods sold, how you got? Sales minus GP, that is 6 lakh minus 1,20,000. Now just make a cross multiplication. 8 closing stock is equal to 4,80,000. So closing stock is equal to 4,80,000 divided by 8 is equal to 60,000. So 60,000 is the closing stock. So next concept is average collection period. So average collection period, we have already know the formula, debtors divided by credit sales into 360 days, because in the problem they are specified about the days only, not about the months. If at all they have given in the months, or if they do not give anything, we can specify either months or days, but they have specified you to calculate only through the days. So here what we did, so we did about the days. So 18 days it is being given in the problem. So 18 days divided by 360 days. So just we are cross multiplying here. 18 divided, so here debtors divided by credit sales into 18 days divided by 360 days. Out of 360 days, 18 days is the average collection period. Now make a cross multiplication. 360 debtors is equal to 4,80,000 into 18. So now 360 debtors is equal to 86,40,000. So debtors is equal to 86,40,000 divided by 360, that is 24,000 is the concept of debtors. So debtors we have found out of 24,000 and stock we have found out of 60,000. So two current assets we have found out. Got it? Next is, so next long-term debt. So next concept is long-term debt. So long-term debt to equity. So long-term debt, it is given, it is not given in the problem. So equity it is given in the problem. So what we have to do? So we have given the, they have given you the percentage. So what is the long-term to equity? So long-term to equity, the percentage given is 40%. So 40 divided by 100 is equal to long-term debt divided by 1 lakh. 1 lakh. So that is equity. So equity is given as 1 lakh. So now, you know, this can be either simplified. So 40 divided by 100 is either simplified by 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 is equal to long-term debt divided by 1 lakh. So 5, just make a cross multiplication. 5 long-term debt is equal to 1 lakh into 2. So 5 long-term debt is equal to 22 lakh. That is 1 lakh into 2 lakh. So long-term debt is equal to 2 lakh divided by 5. That is 40,000. So what is 40,000? So 40,000 is long-term debt. So now next concept is about creditors. So creditors. So creditors to current assets is equal to 60%. So that is what they have given you is creditors to current assets. Creditors to current assets is 60%. That is creditors divided by current assets. So 60 divided by 100. So you know that. So what is the items given in the balance sheet? So in the balance sheet they have given you about equity share capital, long-term debt and sundry creditors. So you know that the long-term debt is, we have already calculated of 40,000, and equity share capital is 1 lakh, that has been given in the problem. Then the remaining is creditors. So if at all you consider it as a balancing figure, you will get 60,000 as the sundry creditors. Okay, so that is what out of 2 lakh. So you can deduct 1 lakh as equity share capital and 40,000 as long-term debt. You will get the remaining answer as remaining thing as sundry creditors, because you cannot include any other item except this. So now next is how to find out with the creditors to current assets. So that is what here 60,000 I have taken. That is creditors divided by current assets into 60%. So 60% is the percentage what they have given in the problem. That is, so if either we can simplify the 60%, that is 3 divided by 5, that is 5s are 3s are. So now make a cross multiplication. So 60,000 into 5 is equal to 3 current assets. So 60,000 into 5 is 3 lakh is equal to 3 current assets. That is, current assets is equal to 3 lakh divided by 3, that is 1 lakh. So that means out of total assets 1 lakh is current asset. Then we know that the remaining 1 lakh will be fixed assets. So no information about fixed assets is been given in the problem. We have to assume that out of 2 lakh. So here I have specified that. So in total assets 2 lakh is been given total. So minus 1 lakh as long term equity share capital. So minus 40,000 is the long term debt. So remaining 60,000 is creditors, and as well as even about current assets I am specifying. So 1 lakh is been given total current assets we have found out. Out of that 24,000 is debtors and 60,000 is stock. So total if you do 84,000 it will be, then remaining 16,000 will be a cash. So this is also a balancing figure. Okay, so out of 1 lakh current assets, 2 we have got, that is debtors and stock. The remaining thing is cash. So they have clearly given you the cash item also. Okay, so out of this 1 lakh will be the total. So to 1 lakh includes 16,000 as cash, 24,000 as debtors and 60,000 as stock. Next is, as we all know, current assets plus fixed assets is equal to total assets. So fixed assets is remaining. So as I told you earlier about fixed assets, there is no information in the problem. So whatever the balance, that is out of 2 lakh, if you deduct 1 lakh as current asset, then automatically the 1 lakh will be a fixed assets. Okay, got it? So now equity share capital 1 lakh, you have already, it is there in the problem. Long term debt 40,000 we have found out. Sundry creditors, the remaining, the balancing figure 60,000. Fixed assets 1 lakh, debtors 24,000 we have found out, and inventory 60,000, that is what closing stock we have found out with that, and the cash, it is the remaining thing out of the current assets. So this is what the total 2 lakh. Is that clear, students? So this is what a procedure for calculating ratios to prepare the balance sheet. So these type of problems will be available for your examination. Please do it and please follow. If you have any doubts related to this thing, you please convey or share in the WhatsApp. Thank you so much.